Hey everybody, welcome back to Beyond the Beard with me, Born Bearded Dave. How is everybody doing tonight? Here in just a moment, we're gonna go ahead and say hi to everybody. Just give some time for people to start rolling in. Thank you guys for showing up, all the guys that are here. And yep, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start off by saying hi to the guys that came in. So far, we're looking like Baker is the first one in. Baker, appreciate you coming in, brother. And we have Cowboy Up. Sis, appreciate you being here. Abe, it's good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. And here we go. We have Chris. Chris, appreciate you coming in, brother. And Miss Alicia, hey everyone. I'll be listening while I clean. Probably won't be chatting much. I just appreciate you coming in. Thank you. And Jay, I'm actually early. Jay, it's good to see you, brother. Appreciate you coming in. Hope everything's been going okay with you, man. Tony, appreciate you coming in, brother. And the beautiful Miss K. Thank you, babe, for showing up and coming in and watching what we're doing here. Phil, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Hope everything's going good with you. Viking Papa, appreciate you coming in, man. Salt and Paprika, Rob, appreciate you making a stop, brother. Looks like we got Romy. Romy, appreciate you coming in, man. All right, let's get back here, see if there's anything that I missed. Oh, got a couple in here that snuck in. Jess, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it. As you know, that's one thing I can say about family. You know, you have family backing you up. Just absolutely love it. Jacob, it's good to see you. Appreciate you coming in, brother. Chief. Chief, appreciate you coming in, man. 3D, appreciate you coming in. We got Mr. Robert Allen. Appreciate you coming in, Robert. And so far, I think I'm caught up, guys. Let's see who else pops in as we go. So, how's you guys' week been? You guys been doing good this week? Will, appreciate you coming in. Um, give you a little start to how my week's been so far. No, it's only been a few days since Saturday, but I had my interview for the other position yesterday. The interview went really well. And pretty sure, I'm pretty sure I got the position. I should know more probably within the next day or two. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to open up a little more time for me to take care of some things on here, and it's going to help, you know, my mental well being as well. So hey, I was wearing my nothing that crazy shirt earlier today too. Two great minds. All right, everybody's saying hi to each other in here. 3D, I appreciate that. You know, it's I've been in the same position for oh man, since 2014, I believe. And so it's a little nerve-wracking a little bit, you know, jump into something new. But I'm very confident in what this position is, so I think it's just gonna work out better for everything. So and the management there is very understanding as to very supportive of me making the move, so it's good. All right, guys. So, have you guys had any wins this week from Saturday, or if you missed Saturday, um, yeah, feel free to share it down into the chat here. We all want to give you that pat on the back and congratulate you for your wins this week. Hey, Rob, I really do appreciate that, man. I really do. Let's see. All right, guys. So I think tonight we got a couple subjects I wouldn't mind bringing up. Um, give you guys a little bit of a teaser on it, so you guys might be able to think of some answers. And um, I want to talk a little bit about who you became versus who you thought you'd be. Um, and there's a couple other things that I wouldn't mind bringing up tonight. But as usual, we're going to go with the flow of the chat. And, it's one of my favorite things to do is just talk to you guys and just have that hangout session. It does so much for me to be able to just talk to you guys, vent to you guys, give advice to you guys. You guys give advice to me, and just have that community. Um, let's see. Miss K making some business moves. We'll see how it plays out. But I've got all my irons on the fire. There we go. And guys, she's been working extremely hard to really push what she's doing. She's probably one of the most creative people that I know. So definitely definitely give her a thumbs up and help give her that encouragement to continue to push forward. Let's see. Got my birth certificate now onto the passport and plan a trip to the motherland. Hey, you know what? That's one of those trips that I definitely want to make at some point. I know me and every time I wind up seeing some TikToks and things like that, or some YouTube videos on it, that's one of those things that I want to do. I do have to get my passport replaced. It was stolen out of my car when my car got broken into, so I do need to get that replaced. But we're definitely wanting to do something like that as well, Baker. So, Mr. Mark Johnson, appreciate you coming in. And absolutely, Kay is on fire. She's on a roll, and she's determined. I don't think she would mind me saying that she is absolutely in love with the idea of getting out of her current job situation and running a full-time business. And you know what? I have complete faith in her that she'll be able to do whatever she wants to do. I've got my new position starting after the turn, and I'm working on something on my end as well. Side gig. There you go, man. All the luck to you in the world, and yeah, keep me posted, man. I'd love to hear how everything's going. Let's see. Nice, Rob. Interesting to see what you're cooking up. Yeah, absolutely. Abe says finally got over the flu. That's a win, right? That is absolutely a win. And it seems like you're a step ahead of me then, because I think it was about a week, just over a week or so ago. That last actually it was almost 2 weeks ago. It was that Saturday that I missed the live stream on for Bearded Kin. I wound up having the flu that weekend, and then shortly after the flu, like 2 days after, I wound up with this nasty chest cold cough thing, and I'm still actually kind of getting rid of the cough. So right on, man. That's awesome. Glad you're feeling a whole lot better. Jacob makes custom passport wallets. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be quality. Let's see. It's definitely a win. Yep. Chief, good to see you. Um, Miss K, you can do it. The Busy Bee Collective. Yep, absolutely. Viking Papa says, "Thanks for all you do, Kay. Enjoying the new shirt, hey, guys. Yeah, and the merch that is being sold from Board Bearded. all this stuff is put together by Kay. She's created the designs. She gets the designs in. These are hand pressed by Kay, whether that's the cups or the shirts. We just buy the blank shirts, and she winds up pressing everything. So this is all 100% her when it comes to the merch. Uh, yeah, definitely do, man. Definitely do. Let's see. I just started a new position on the first program operations supervisor. Never thought I'd be in this position. There you go, man. Congratulations. What's the link for the store, Kay? Yeah, go ahead and put that down in there, hun. Busy Bee Collector. There you go. She already did. I'm falling a little bit behind. And that is the link. If you guys have not checked out Busy Bee Collective, make sure to go in there and check it out. She's got some fall and winter designs going on. She's got Christmas designs. She has beard designs. You name it, she's got it. And if she doesn't, she also does customs, guys. So don't be afraid to hit her up. Chris from True North, appreciate you coming in, brother. And not much. I was just telling everybody here that I had my interview yesterday for the new position, and it looks like I got the position. It's going to take a few days to get the official, but it's looking like it's going to happen. Let's see. And yes, thank you for the reminder, guys. If you have not done so already, please hit that thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you're enjoying what you're watching, and it can share it out to more people. And don't hesitate to share this out with your friends, family, anybody that just wants to get along and have a chat. There we go. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's awesome. Uh, Jacob will message you after the new year. That would be awesome. Yep. Very cool website. My wife likes the Rhinestone Cowgirl. Reminds me of a song. Yep. Yeah, she does still have the Halloween ones up on the website too. So, long time no see, Chris. A whole 10 minutes. Yeah. Sometimes that 10 minutes feels like forever, doesn't it? Thanks, Save. I would definitely I was definitely inspired. Uh, I love for country music, Rhinestone Cowboy and Dime Store Cowgirl. Yep. Let's see. Now I'm seeing the song RPG. I'm thinking the right one. All right, guys. That's awesome. Excuse me for a second, guys. Clear my throat a little bit. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you guys' did I miss something from RPG? I don't see it. Gotcha. Let's see. Congrats on the promotion, Dave. Well, I appreciate that. And I mean, the hours are definitely going to be different than what I'm currently doing, but it leaves a lot more time to do what I need to do. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. I actually thought I would be a school teacher, but never thought I would be a marketing supervisor. Right, right. And it's amazing how those little twists in life kind of change your mind on certain things, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So on that note of you know who you became versus who you thought you'd be, um, who did you think you'd be 10 years ago? Does that kind of line up with what you're currently doing? Or how much did that change? I honestly didn't think I'd be above ground at this age when I was younger. Yeah, yeah. There were times I felt the same. Let's see. Same company. Um, if you talk to me, Mike, yeah, Romy. Yeah, it's the same company. Okay. And okay, in high school, I thought I wanted to be a welder. Glad I changed my mind, to be honest. Yeah, it's it's some tough work. Let alone becoming a manager in a corporate world. Right, right. Thought I'd be a porn star named Buck Naked by now. Well, Baker, keep working on it. I'm sure you can still get there. Was enjoying my job so much, I never ever thought about retirement, and now it's kind of tough to get used to. You know, um, we see it a lot. We see it a lot. A lot of the guys that I've been working with over this last 14, 15, 16 years, we've all worked together for that amount of time. And it seemed to get some of the guys getting older, getting closer to retirement. We've had a few of the guys actually retire, and they just keep coming back for visit and everything else. It was their way of kind of getting out and getting around people, and and it just all of a sudden that changed, and it was hard on them at the beginning. Let's see. 100%. I was just talking about this topic when I was running a group at work. I never thought I would be live to be 21 years, a very rough life in drug addiction. Well, hey, you know what? Uh, I don't think we ever contemplate as we're growing up that that's one of the battles that we would ever have. But it's growing through and realizing that you have a problem and you have an addiction, and finding ways to beat that addiction every day. So, I mean, I think you mentioned it here before. I'm really proud of you for finding your way to get through addiction. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do is to get through addiction, and so many people lose that battle. So, I encourage anybody to keep going to break those addictions that they have. Awesome, that's the way to do it, Dave. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, I grew up partying because of a lot of trouble and not with a great crowd. Yeah, me, I think I did majority of the things that I did growing up simply because I was rebellious as all hell, and you know, but, life even over the last 10 years has taught me to slow down, reevaluate where I'm at, and to make sure I'm doing everything with a purpose. A lot has happened over the last 20 years, and this last 10 years has really been an eye opener for me. Me and Kay have been together for going on 9 years now, and 9 years in July. So um, she's been a big part of why I feel the way I feel now. So let's see. Crazy part is I went from a criminal drug addict to a probation officer working in the same juvenile halls and youth camps. I was locked up in working with the same officer that worked there. And there you go, man. That's awesome. uh, to be in a position now to where you can work with others to help snap them out of whatever's going on with them that has led them to addiction. Um, that's awesome, man. I'm really happy for you because I honestly couldn't think of a better way to give back what you've been given as far as the knowledge and the determination to break a cycle, and you're putting through that experience to somebody else, and you very well could be that light that pulls somebody out of it. So I applaud you for that. 10 years ago, I didn't think I would be where I'm at now. I can definitely thank my other half, helped me realize who I actually am. Absolutely. Absolutely. Uh, that's awesome. Well, let's see. Will, you can definitely empathize with them. Absolutely. And, and I think that's important too, especially when it comes to working in that kind of a field. You're able to reach others because you've been in those situations. Um, it's not just something that you're reading to them out of a book. This is real life experience, and that's awesome. Miss K says, "I never thought I would want to be an entrepreneur. In fact, I told my older brother when I was younger that life isn't for everyone. So stop trying to push it on me, right? But sometimes it just takes working just enough with you just come to a point in your life where you realize, you just you want to work for you, not everybody else. So uh unfortunately that ended due to a job injury. I now run an adult residential drug treatment center I was in as a teenager. There you go, man. There you go. So I applaud you for taking your knowledge to others. That's awesome. I was right. That wasn't for everyone. It was not for me at the time. But here we are now. I'm ready and doing the damn thing. There you go. And yeah, that's kind of it too. I mean, we don't see certain things in ourselves until it happens sometimes. I mean, a year and a half ago when I started the channel, I never thought once that I'd ever be sitting here on a live stream just talking to you guys or doing any kind of beard content or anything else. I mean, before I even met Kay, I never even considered growing out my beard longer and seeing what I can do with it, and never felt the urge to really um, learn what it takes to have that patience and to have that determination to do something for myself that has helped me so much with my uh, mental well-being, as growing a beard has. And I never saw that coming. But I'm so thankful that it did. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Thankful every day I was lucky enough to stay sober for 17 years. Yep. And that's sobriety is a huge thing, guys. I mean, that's nothing to uh, that's never a small thing. You take anybody that's even been addicted to, I mean, even to nicotine, cigarettes, things like that, and and just being able to stop. I mean, every addiction's going to be hard to stop, but when you make a point to do so and show others there's a different way, it's amazing. Congrats, Viking Papa. 2.5, almost 3 years now myself and Bruce. There you go. 26 years. There you go. Yep. Absolutely. It's weird from the first review to the live streams and the growth of the community. Absolutely, Chief. I mean, I remember the day that I jumped on Instagram and found some of the beard community, a lot of the beard community on Instagram. Like, I don't know if I want to, don't know if I want to be in the middle of drama and all that. And being a part of the community has changed my perspective 100%. And then and then you run across great people like Chief. I've never been one to set as a in public speaking or anything like that. There's times where I try to crawl back into my shell, and then you meet people like Chief that's like, no, 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 push forward, you know. And he's he's great at what he does. He really encourages people to succeed, and I can't thank you enough for that, Chief. It is. It is absolutely amazing. You hear, horror stories about a lot of different communities. From gaming communities to, I mean, you name it. And there's a lot of negativity. I'm not saying that there's the beard community is, you know, sunshine and lollipops. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But you know what? There's somebody there for you. Um, there's people you can count on, and mistakes happen. But you know what? It's about pushing through and showing that the community is stronger than the issues that come up. Yeah, absolutely, Chief. Shout out to Amber's newsletter. It may be gone now, but that's the only reason I ended up on Instagram. Before that, all we knew was Dan streams, right? And we kind of hear him hint around about a certain other things and a show here and there, but yeah, it was really Amber's newsletter that really pushed us out to venture out and be a part of the community, and I'm really glad we did. Christmas time is really hard for me. Never thought I would lose the loved ones through the years, but by the grace of God, I knew what I needed by placing the right people in my life to keep going. Absolutely. It's that's one of those things we never really expect. Losing the people that we're the closest with, and having that support, um, even for somebody to just say, "Hey, I understand what you're going through. I understand that the last thing you need is another I'm sorry." But to have somebody in your corner to just say, "Hey, I'm here when you need it," and somebody just check in on you and say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm here if you need anything." It helps a lot. I definitely found some people I consider friends in this community. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Absolutely the same. I mean, did I know that I was going to see you more in the lives and really get to talking to you on a personal level, Rob? I had no idea that was ever going to happen from talking to you at Worlds, but yeah, man, I'm excited for where things are going. So, uh, Amber's newsletter, I'm not at liberty to say exactly what happened because I honestly don't know exactly what happened, but I do know that she has other ventures going on with Empower Fit by Amber, and her and Kev are on a amazing ride of getting their health together, and that's awesome, and that's awesome for them. Uh, if she says that there wasn't enough interest in it to justify the time it took to put it together. Okay, which very well could be, very well could be. Um, Dave, the cool thing is you have someone on your journey with you. Having support means a lot. Right. Absolutely agree, Viking. I didn't always have that support. I mean, sure, I had my family there to support me with whatever venture I wanted to do, and they've always been supportive. there's when I was younger, and um, there are things that were going on that life could have definitely taken a different turn. And I'm thankful every day that it didn't turn the way it could have. Um, that was 100% due to my my son sticking around and helping me pull through some issues that I was going through, to having family by my side, to finding Kay. And you know we are we support each other. It's kind of like, you kind of putting your backs, leaning back to back, one is supporting the other. And she's definitely the other half. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's see. I feel the same. So many family members gone. I almost feel like I'm last man standing. And I can definitely understand how that can feel. But, you're still here, man. We can't, it's one thing to mourn, but you can't forget to live either. So, fitness can become an amazing hobby. It helps the mind more than the body. Absolutely, I agree. I've recently started going back to the gym. I'm starting to feel more like I have more energy, and that's another thing with this new position. I think it's going to help me in that sense as well. So uh, definitely relate to that. You try to stay positive, keep traditions alive, and surround myself with good friends. Yep. Let's see. Yep. As I said in our last convo, we hit the lottery. Yeah, absolutely, we did. We did. Um, Quit trying to make me cry, dump truck. It's not the point. I'm not trying to make you cry, but um, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. You have been more supportive than um, I ever felt growing up that I deserved. So let's see. Crazy part is, while it's okay to regret things I've done and decisions I've made, I would not change anything from the past because it made me the man I am today. And I agree. I agree. There's so many of us that would wish that we could change an aspect of our past, just one, two aspects of our past. But how much would it change who you've become today if you were able to do that? I mean, it sounds like we're getting back onto the um, "It's a Wonderful Life" kind of thing. But man, just think about it. Just change one thing. Not even taking yourself out of the picture, but change one thing in your life, and how much would that change who you are today? Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, be strong and be confident in who you are, and what and where you're at now. So now, in that process of that 10 years as well, are there any skills or uh, skills or traits that you didn't expect to develop in that time? And do you think that those things probably help shape the person you've become today? I believe that if you can learn from your mistakes, not repeat those mistakes, then you're a better person. Absolutely. 1000% agree. Um, I've thought so much about one thing, and about that one thing, and nothing I would. Yep. Yep. And yeah, is there any skills or traits that you guys picked up in those last 10 years that you just never saw coming? Even when you were younger, you never thought you'd pick up on those skills or those traits? Um, you know, for me, before I started in at my current workplace at a casino, um, I never once saw myself working at a casino. I never had any desire to. I never had any. Um, I never saw that in my future as far as work. And you know, I've come across a lot of really great people. Some people that I really considered friends, and of course, there's some that you just kind of, they're people that you work with, and then there's some you pick up a few that just wind up being amazing friends. Yeah, loss of an accent and my sales techniques. There you go. Let's see. When I suggested you grow a beard, I did not expect to learn so much about beard care. I didn't even know there was so much to learn. Right. And imagine how overwhelming that could be for somebody that's just now starting, and it's just now starting their bearded journey, especially like after No Shave November. People decided to go ahead and keep their beards, and how overwhelming all the information can be. But that's where it comes up to us to encourage them to keep growing and to build that beard that they've never had, and see where it takes them. And Cowboy Up says, friends and family, family, friends is all I need. Absolutely. Never thought I'd be repairing so many computers for people. I only charge them a burrito or two. Yeah, right. Hey, if you're good at something though, you should get something out of it. And hey, there's nothing wrong with a really good burrito either. No, that might actually be worth it in in some cases. I wouldn't change a thing. It made me the badass I am through heartache and pain. I only wish I had uh, said before the last conversation, but that is all. Absolutely right. Absolutely. I agree, Baker, 100%. And it does kind of. So, do we feel that it kind of makes us who we are, or does it define who is already there? Hmm. Sorry if I'm making y'all think a little bit much today, but so did those things change to create somebody who you never saw coming, or did it just help define what was already there? Yeah. Uh, Dave, who was mom's favorite? Do you think she had favorites? I don't think so. I know she always told me there is one you always worry about the most. Yep, yep. No, I don't think mom had a favorite, but exactly what you're saying. And she told us that before. She didn't necessarily pick a favorite, but there's always one that you worry about. You know, but right, philosophical question. Yep. I think our experiences mold us into who we are now, as well as our decisions. Yep. I mean, one decision that you make can completely change your outlook on what you want out of life too, from day to day, right? But I also think that's why it's very important to set goals. Find that goal to where you want to be, and start chipping away at each one of those little goals to make it to where you want to be, and let your decisions that you make be intelligent decisions that are going to help get you to where you want to be. It builds hidden abilities to define us, uh, whatever way. Yep. I agree. Worry more about my youngest, and she's just like me, poor kid. Yeah, you know, I don't know that mom ever just came right out and said, you know, the one that worries her, the one that doesn't not necessarily worries her, but the one she worries about the most. But she always led on a pretty good hint. She always had a pretty good idea. Chief, she'll be just fine then. Yep, I agree. You turned out all right. I think you're all right, Chief. And yeah, I'm gonna send you a DM tonight or tomorrow, Chief, because I think I'm just about out of that cologne. So yeah, I want to talk to you about that. Yep, it's usually the middle child. Yep. I think my lucky stars, my son is not completely like me, not as rebellious. Yep. Yep. My son either. I mean, I remember I remember shortly after he turned 18, my son, um, he went to his mom and told her he was considering getting a tattoo, which, by the way, he still doesn't have. And she was, and she has tattoos as well. And she was kind of upset at that. I said, hey, you know what? He's not stuck on booze. He's not stuck on drugs. He's going to school. He's doing what he needs to do. He's got a full time job. I think we did okay. If he wants a tattoo, I think we'll be. If that's the worst thing that we have to go through as parents, I think we did okay. Sometimes when I think about the oneness I share with my wife, with overwhelms me. I'm a very lucky man. Yeah, I hear that. And there's some. I truly believe there's somebody out there for everybody. But I also believe that they come by at the right time. Um, let's see. Will says I don't have a favorite child, but I think I love them a bit differently because they're all totally different. Yeah, I agree with that too. I definitely agree with that too. Well said. Yep. Uh, I do have a favorite, but he is from my loins. Love my stepson too, though. Right? That, and I completely get that too. I have two stepdaughters and a stepson as well, and they mean the world to me as well. So, completely get that. All right. What are some of the things that you guys what are some things that you guys grew out of that you really didn't even realize at the time? It took a while before you realized you grew out of it. Uh, let's see, whether that be gaming or certain things that were really important to you as you were growing up, to where you just outgrew it and you didn't even realize that you outgrew it. Viking Papa, I love that. I hope I get the chance to meet you both someday. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too. We another thing that I realized, I didn't realize this until I went to the world's beard and mustache comp. Um, these people that we talk to daily, or at least once or twice a week in these lives. When you finally meet them, it's not like you're meeting. It's not like you're meeting a stranger. It's just like you're missing some, like you're meeting somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, like a good friend that you haven't seen in years. it hits different. It really does. Yep, there you go. And that's one of the biggest things that you realize that you outgrew is being afraid. Another soul searching question. Well, that's I think we're a little more on topic uh, this week with Beyond the Beard. That's kind of what it's about. We don't want to jab at the feels, but at times I kind of want to see what we could do to get our minds thinking about where we were and where we're at now, and what's behind the beard. What's helped build us from where we were to where we are now. Yep. Long lost friends. Yep. A false sense of pride. Right. And Viking Papa says, "Kay, we're originally from California, so that's a possibility. Absolutely." And Baker says he grew out of being fake. Yeah, Baker. I'm gonna take a minute here. With this one here. There's a point in life where you realize you don't have to impress anybody. You just push through and be who you are. And man, I gotta say, from the time we met you in this community to you putting out your first live stream to where you're at today, there has been so much growth in you. And I see just a little more growth every time I see you on a live. And don't stop it, man. Just keep running with it. And again, you're one of those that has actually become a very good friend, and I appreciate you, man. Outgrew lots of things over the years. One that's probably made the biggest impact, though, is the need for outside validation. Right. And that's a big one too. You know, a lot of the times growing up, especially when we're younger, we go off and we're trying to get that validation, that approval from people, approval from your peers, and as you get older and you start concentrating more on you, those are some of the things that just kind of slip away and you don't even realize it. Let's see. Corey, appreciate you coming in, brother. Hope everything is going great for you. And by the way, I mentioned it to you earlier on your Instagram live, and I wanted to say congrats, one, on your 10 years, and also on Dan C's live yesterday. That was an amazing show. And if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely get in on that replay. Um, as in your typical Dan C style. Great conversation and a great show last night. It was really fun. Let's see. Well, I used to care what other people thought of me. I've learned to be comfortable in my own skin and be okay with that man that I am. Other people's opinions no longer matter. And sometimes it takes people a little bit longer to get to that point than others, right? Um, and that comes with building that self confidence. And I think at a point believing in yourself enough, it just takes that determination and that drive just to keep pushing forward and have people backing you, and willing to support you. And you know, and if you mess up, they're willing to say, "Hey, you know what? You might have messed up, but hey, still love you, man. Let's push through and give you that drive to make it." Yep, I thank you, Corey. Yeah, we're just kind of getting a little more into a little more. I think they were saying, philosophical questions, more a little deeper questions, kind of poke at the brain a little bit and get us thinking about where we're at now versus where we've been 10 years ago. What are some of the habits that or the things that you just grew out of and you didn't even realize it at the time. Thank you. Don't need a big circle, just a true tight knit circle. There you go. And yeah, just keep pushing forward, man. You're doing great, and I look forward to seeing your growth every time I watch you on a live or talk to you on the phone or see you in person. It's great. And Chief, right? He's definitely on point tonight. He's definitely got the beyond the beard patch today. He's coming out with some amazing points. Of course, so is Abe and Rob and everybody else. And this is the kind of conversation that I kind of expected beyond the beard to get into. Not every time, but I think it's good to step back and look how far you've come, especially if you're on that journey to be a better you. It is Corey. We'll have to go back later and catch what you missed. Yeah, it's a really good conversation. Outgrew the idea that my friends and family would always be around, so I value the ones that I still have. Right, and you know what? Sometimes that changes a lot sooner than you thought. As far as friends, if I'm willing to call you a friend, then it's you've hit that point in me that means that you have my trust. And that I care for you as a friend. As far as family, I mean, for a long time, it's just been me, Aaron, Cowboy Up, and Dad, and Mom. Even growing up, it was just our more of our direct family versus the cousins and stuff like that. So, I mean, I would say by the time we hit our teens, it was just pretty much us, and I don't regret that, not even a little bit. So. Was such a great stream. Had a good time and got all the orders shipped out today. That's awesome. Yep, 100%. Tara, appreciate you coming in. And there is the nightly Baker banter. I don't care what Beaker thinks about me or anything else. I think secretly he thinks you're okay. I don't know if he'll ever admit it though. It definitely was. And there's Tara with the dump trucks. And there is the alien Terra. 100% A. Keep the family and friends that matter as close as possible because life is way too short. And that's it, guys. I mean, we're not promised tomorrow. So make sure you're checking on your brothers today um, and your family. And um, I think even me, Aaron, and Cowboy Up. We had this discussion a few months ago. It's kind of one of those where the calls were getting a little too far you know, too long in between conversations, and we kind of had that discussion. Said, hey, we need to make sure we're getting into keeping contact, and we know what's going on in each other's lives. That way, we can help push each other forward and keep going. And yeah, sometimes that little reminder is all it takes. To just prove I didn't need a big circle of friends. Let's see. Salt and pepper. I've been meaning to ask one B or two. Let's see. I would say keeping good people close, sadly, may not always be family. Toxic is toxic, and sometimes you have to remove them. Absolutely, 1000% agree. And I think that's kind of where we ventured off into um, our close friends and immediate family, and there's just a lot of views that even sometimes family has that just don't align with with who you are. And sometimes you just that's I guess sometimes you can outgrow some of the cousins too. Yeah, it happens. Let's see. At my age, I've learned knowledge teaches you what you know, and wisdom reminds you of what you don't. Absolutely. I mean, that kind of goes with there's always something to learn every day, right? Even if it's a small thing, you probably learn something. Yeah, I think I'm good with Chris. There's a phew. I don't know if that's a sneeze or if that's a. But I think I'm just gonna stick with Chris on that one, Tara. And the wisdom to know, and the wisdom to know that, right? Absolutely. See, Rob, I could not agree more. It kills me to see good people be brought down by family, but they refuse to cut them out because of guilt or obligation. Right, right. And some things can't be fixed. You know, and it's kind of like where was the conversation of, hey, this is where we're at. We could fix this, or we can't. May have been so long ago that that time has passed. So William Bearded, how is the weather? I miss California. Well, Tara, I'm not Will, but I will say it was probably in the 70s today, um, up where I'm at, but still down in the valley. I think Alicia or Aaron, if he's in here, can attest to whether or not it was just another full day of fog or not. It's been, I mean, it's been going for almost over 2 weeks now, where Fresno hasn't had sunlight. Yeah. Last name Tara. It's two B's. Someone tried to tell me. Someone tried to tell me it's Rob. Yes, okay, it's Adam. Yep. It was hot today, Tara. Yeah, it was. It was definitely warm today. Mm. Well, I forget that you're in Cali. Where you at again? Yeah, if you okay, Lancaster. That's not too bad. Viking Papa. There you go. Let's see. I'm still here, just feeling more like a lurker observer. A stalker. Romy. I appreciate you being here, brother. I always appreciate you coming in. Um, I knew it. uh, and Romy, was that a shot at me? Hey, I tried. I tried. That was definitely a sneeze. Uh, Chris likes to pretend I'm the stalker, Romy, but in fact, from the TNBC scent of the stalker. Yeah, he's kind of thrown that one up there too on a couple of the posts. That was actually a really good drop too for the 420 drop. That was awesome. That was for sure a sneeze. Jay, appreciate you coming back, brother. I hope everything's going well with you, man. No, he had a really rough day today, so he's kind of taking today to kind of let the muscles heal up and relax a little bit, and it's just been a rough week for him. I think they had some heavy lifting going on the last couple days, and it's kind of knocked it out of him today. Hey Tara, this last Saturday it was 68 degrees with 97% humidity here. Heavy dense fog. It was great. 97% humidity sounds like hell. Yep. So humid, my eyebrows were curling up. Had to jump in the rainbow and eat. Okay. Rain box. Yep, yep. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Rain box, aka shower, I guess it is. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, the 420 drop was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was cool. Uh, Now the car's in the shop. It's been a rough few days. Well, man, got my thoughts going out to you, and hope everything turns out good. Let's see. One thing I would say I've learned is it's okay to have these conversations as a man. These conversations usually scare the shit out of me. You know what? It did for me for a long time as well. Um, then I learned it was okay. You didn't have to be stoic all the time. You didn't have to be the strong one that has it together all the time. Um, and having these conversations, I've said it time and time again. It could be your story that is that's the light that pulls somebody through. Is that hand, the hand to pull them away from the edge. Your story is a light to so many others. So absolutely. Yeah, yeah, I think he'll be fine. I think he's still planning on jumping in on Saturday for Bearded Kid on Saturday. So that's awesome. Um, it's just been a really just the last few days of this week have just seemed to all run into each other. So it's been a really exhausting week, very busy, and I think it just kind of caught up with all of us. Plus, uh, I don't think he was feeling too well today either, so that was kind of rough too. And I definitely know how that feels. So, but I know that he will watch the replay if he's not. I don't believe he's in the chat today, but I do believe he'll be watching the replay, and I'm sure he'll appreciate you guys asking about him. Absolutely will. Yep. I think my other half from being able to have these convos, right? And Rob, yeah, we've had that discussion, and yeah, um, and and I will say, Kay has been a big reason as to why I feel comfortable opening up about so many things. I'm not saying that my life is an open book, and at times, who knows, through this show, maybe more and more of some of the things that I've been through will come to light. But that's gonna play all that by ear. But having her there in my corner and knowing that it's okay to not be okay, um, has been a huge thing. That I'm not going to be judged or looked down upon because of whatever reason. So most people don't open up because they're worried about the negative feedback, but you won't get that here. No, absolutely not. Um, in fact, if that ever decides it's going to come up here, it will be taken care of immediately. That's not something I will tolerate in this life. So, um, Absolutely. I want to create this place for everybody to feel comfortable where they're at in their own skin. Deeper ones always cause the deeper ones cause I've always been a talker. It just usually didn't have depth, right? Let's see. Copper Johns. Hey, what's up, Dave? I'm driving and listening. What's everyone? What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. You know what, Tyson? I saw your videos today, man. I am so proud of you for going through that. And man, you give me some things to think about as far as my own health and everything else. And you're truly an inspiration, man. Keep it up. And I can't wait for that day that I can actually, shake your hand because. Yeah, guys, this is if you guys don't know Tyson, this is Tyson from Copper Johns. I'm sure most of you guys know who he is. If you haven't, check him out. He's got a podcast, Dad Bods and Beards. He also has a book out on Amazon, Father's Guide to Mental Health. Definitely check that out. And yeah, as far as great people in the community, he's right up there at the top of them. He's a great person. So if you haven't checked him out, make sure to do so. And I think I'm going to be working on something coming up, hopefully around the mid of January, hopefully. But I'll get more info out to you guys on that as it gets closer. Um, because with the new time change for what is possibly going to be my new position at work, we definitely need to figure out what times and days we can do certain things. So I can't keep up, guys. I'm driving. Love you guys. Yep. Yeah, Tyson, just drive safe, brother. Appreciate you jumping in. Just drive safe and be safe. I got to check out the podcast and the book. Yeah, it's the book is something amazing, man. It's just it's kind of written in a guidebook format, and it really makes you think about what your next answer is going to be. And if your answer isn't what you want it to be, it gives you those tools to change some certain things about yourself, maybe in things that you didn't even realize you had an issue with. And Baker says, Tyson who? Is that the chicken guy? I don't know. That Tyson chicken's pretty good. Oh, oh, oh. Sorry about that, guys. My nose pad on my glasses decided to give me a run for the money. Said I didn't want to be up there no more. And now my fingerprints are all over the place. Let's see. All right. Uh, both are really special. Yep. They really are. Talk about somebody that is into mental health and building men up and just building people up in general. That podcast is the one for you. All right. Let's see what else I got here, guys. All right, guys. How about we talk about, let's see here. I'm sorry, guys. I got some bullet points here that I'm kind of going through and kind of picking and choosing as I go here. Mm, well, let's go ahead and talk about, community. We already kind of touched bases on that a little bit. Um, I miss Kay. I miss having the long drive to work. 10 minutes isn't enough time just to listen to books and podcasts, right? That's one of those things we used to do often. We'd be driving on the long drives. We'd listen to podcasts and you know, the listen to the books being read over podcasts, things like that. It was 10 minutes just isn't enough. uh, let's see. So as far as community, why is it that why is it that men in general um, often struggle to find that real connection and that real connection with a community or with friends? And what are some of those things that you think can open those doors? I think a community like this, where there's a shared interest in beard growth, in uh, mental positivity, to um, positive grooming, and taking care of oneself is one of those things that opens the door for many people in this community. Um, you guys have any thoughts on that? On what other things you think kind of help men who are struggling to find that real connection, and what shared interest really opens those doors? And just so you guys are aware, probably not going to keep you guys up too late tonight. I do know that Tuesdays are the late night. Um, I think we're probably going to go another maybe 10-15 minutes on here. And then I got to get some rest because I do have a big day at work tomorrow as well. Let's see. When I drive, it's all old school hip hop beats. Trunk going crazy. Yeah, I'm still that guy at 41. Hey, you know what? And I mean, I was like that for a long time, man. I didn't have a trunk because it was full of speakers. So, yep, I get it. That's why I love driving for work. So many books and podcasts. Right? Yeah. There's one audio book that I think you might really like, Rob. I will go and send that name out to you. I'll send it to you in a DM. Do a lot of music too. No, bro, you're not 41. Are you 41? I thought I heard you say it before, but I might be wrong. Uh, okay, I'm unfortunately 41. Well, you're still a baby. I remember 41. Yeah, it's strange when 41 seems like it was so long ago. Oh, there you go. There's that compliment. Oh, wait, he's 27. Shared interests, common grounds lends itself to unified goal. Absolutely. Must be nice to 41. Yep. Yeah, I remember back in my mid 30s, I was starting to feel like I was getting pretty old. And then, you know, I was kind of looking over there to see if Kay was going to kind of look over the couch and tell me, well, you are. But yeah. Wish I was 41 again. You know, 40s, yeah, things really started looking up into my 40s. And again, I don't regret anything that I went through to get to where I'm currently at now. But 40s, yeah, I can kind of go back to 41. That'd be cool. But I don't want to go back much earlier than that. Yep. I'm late 30s, feel like I'm in the late 80s. Oh, you think you feel like you're in the late 80s. Wait till you get to the late 40s. You realize in your 30s you didn't know what 80s felt like. All right, guys. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into this one. Let's what does everybody have in beard tonight? Interested in seeing some of those names pop up that I haven't heard from before, or just shouting out those companies that we all love, that are so close knit into the community. And let's see, this time of year, I'm blasting Christmas music. You know what? That's a question I have. I'm gonna bring up one question for you guys, and it's kind of a two-part question. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a poll in the chat first, and it's a one I kind of thought of because somebody asked it in Tara's live, I think it was, and I kind of want to get your guys' take on it. All right. I'm going to start that poll. And it is, do you like Christmas music? You know, is that something that you can listen to all season long? Because I got a couple questions to go with that. Go ahead and answer down in the chat, guys, what your opinion is. Do you like Christmas music? Do you not like Christmas music? Do you like it for, part of the season and get tired of it, or what do you guys think? Small Town Traditions is the Reese Break double collab. Darker Shades, Brighter Nights, both scents mix. Nice. Artie's Band, Tinderbox Oil, Sockeye, German Butter. Yeah, Punk and Metal Christmas Music. This K has Windlet and Elixir from Bane Blends. Blue Christmas from Elvis Presley. Nice. Just started this week, not before. Arctic Man from Weatherbeard tonight. All right. And let's see. I like the funny Christmas songs. Nice. Just found the punk rock Christmas channel the other day. Bad Religion singing Christmas carols. Love it. Nice. Rat Pack Christmas music. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that, Jay. I'm gonna have to definitely check it out, man. Definitely have to check that out. Like Cheech and Chong's Christmas tune, Viking. Um, let's see. There you go. Yeah, we have Weatherbeard Midnight Cruise Oil and Butter. Nice. When it comes to Christmas music, I'm on the app. I'm an absolute Scrooge. Okay. Yes, that whole Christmas album is great. Matt mentioned it in Tara's life. Nice. All right. Well, let's see what's going on with the poll here. I don't think I'm going to run it too long, guys. Make sure you go ahead and get your answers in. Let's see. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll now. All right. Looks like we have 60% saying that they like Christmas music pretty much the whole season long. 40% are saying no. Okay. So here's my question to the 40%. How many of the 40% that said no work or have worked in a retail setting to where the Christmas music was playing your whole shift long every day, through the holidays. Because I'm curious whether that has an effect on what has an effect on your liking the Christmas music or not. I carry this. Worked in malls, Target when I was younger. Right here, stupid Christmas music. Love Christmas music. Tara, I'll tolerate. Let it snow. That's about it. Feliz Navidad. Gotta be a winner for UK, right? Yeah, it was just one of those things when they were talking about it in Tara's live. It just kind of looked at Kane and said, "Oh, I wonder if people are saying that they don't like your Christmas music, if they don't like it because they had to kind of sit through it through 8-hour shifts and constantly hearing it." Like metal and rock versions of Christmas music, but I don't hear that in retail. That reminds me of a concert that we went to. It was years ago. We wound up going to the Trans Siberian Orchestra. Was an amazing show. Really enjoyed going to that. Yeah. Didn't John Lennon have an Xmas tune, anti-war song too? I'm not sure. I worked in retail for a few years, but I've just liked Christmas music as well before that. Okay. Me, I think I just have to be in the mood for it. All right, guys. I think this is where we're going to go ahead and call it a night, guys. We have been on for an hour and 23 minutes. And I want to say thank you guys for all being here. I know Tuesday nights is a later night for a start. And having you guys in here, we were between 20 and 25 people for most of the night tonight. And that's great. It's awesome. And I still appreciate even the 10 that are still here. And with all that, guys, I'm going to tell you guys good night. Don't forget, we will be on the Bearded Kin on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You guys have a great week, and let's try to find some of those wins this week. And we can talk about it on Saturday. All right, guys. You guys have a good night, and remember, let's break the stigma of talking about mental health. I'm Dave. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys.